Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Oregon Trail, A New American Journey by Rinker Buck. Read by the author.
Dedication. This book is for my brother, Nicholas McMahon Buck, who got us there with rare gumption and skill. Among New England horsemen, he has long been known as one of the great team drivers of his generation. He affirmed this and more, crossing the Oregon Trail. When I strike the open plains, something happens. I'm home. I breathe differently. That love of great spaces, of rolling open country like the sea. It's the grand passion of my life. Willa Cather. Chapter 1. I had known long before I rode a covered wagon to Oregon that naivete was the mother of adventure. I just didn't understand how much of that I really had. Nicholas and I realized before we left Missouri with the mules that we would be the first wagon travelers in more than a century to make an authentic crossing of the Oregon Trail. But that was never the point for us. We pushed mules almost 2,000 miles to learn something more important, even more beautiful than the land that we passed, or the months spent camping on the plains, was learning to live with uncertainty. The trip was my idea, and I fell into it in my usual barmy way. A few summers ago, while taking an afternoon off from a story I was working on in the Flint Hills of Kansas, I stopped on the road near a stout granite monument that marked a set of wheel ruts disappearing northwest across the plains. Junction of Oregon Trail with Overland Trail, 60 rods southeast. Enchanted by the idea that I could step from a modern paved road onto the tracks of the 19th century pioneers, not to mention walk all the way to Oregon, I paused just long enough to grab a water bottle and a brimmed hat from my car and set out along the ruts, heading west. It was a beautiful, breezy day with sprays of yellow coreopsis blooming above the grasses and meadowlarks bobbing over the hills. The old ruts sloped over several gentle rises, past clumps of cottonwood trees and low shrubs at the watercourses, and handsome timber bridges that crossed two streams. The expansiveness of the landscape was hypnotic and physically exhilarating. And after
Sample complete. Ready to continue?